Okay. Is everyone back? Is everyone back? See what we have going on. Mic check, camera check. We ain't gonna worry about them little glitches that happen with the software. See, is everybody able to hear me? We back in here because we're gonna have a good discussion tonight. And as y'all will see, this is a stream, y'all. So I probably ain't in here by myself. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple guests. Get ready to chime in a little while. Oh boy, we got some good people in the. Oh yes, sir. We got some good people in the back room. Shout out to the back room. Ooh, the back room. Yes, sir. Shout out to the back room. We got a very, 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 very knowledgeable gentleman that's been in the industry for a while. He has become very good at what he does, and y'all know him. But at the same time, y'all don't know him like I know him, because real hustler, boy, I tell you, that's a real hustler dude right there. It is what it is. He back there. We got a guy that really, really that captured my heart, him and his wife. We got him in the back stage area. Not too long started. Real eager, real eager to learn. Real patient with it, and he coming along very well. But I invited him on here because he's one of my participants in some of the consultations that I provide, and this issue actually came up a couple of days ago when the load was procured and it wasn't quite right. And I'm gonna tell y'all why it wasn't quite right. And I'm gonna bring them on in 1 second. So we're gonna put this together. We're gonna do a night for y'all tonight. Hold on, let me see what I can do. Okay, first of all, like I said, shout out to everybody that's in here. King, let's see. Steve Young. Folks keep sending me text messages while I'm on live. Let's see. Rizoy, is that right? Rizzo Transport. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Neil, what's up, Neil? C4L, yo, what's up? 3MS Pop, what's up? Steve Young, KTT, all my matter. Where you at, boy? You supposed to be in the back room somewhere, chilling in the studio, man. You supposed to be in the green room, baby. That little room that had a more pub where them dudes be telling on themselves. You supposed to be back there chilling with all the other people that finna come on here in a minute. Telling us, Slim Jack, Jerry Rowe, Jason, Grunt Performing. Yes, sir. Is it about what you make? Sometimes, and we're gonna delve in that. What's up? Victor Lap Transport got CDL permit today. Big homie, congratulations. AZ Howler, what's up with it? Scotty, Too Hottie, what's up, Scotty? Big Country, he up in here, man. Big Country did some work on his truck, y'all. It's a lot of stuff going on. But okay, like I said, we got. Oh man, heck yeah. We got Mr. All My Matter in the back room, in the green room back there. Yes, sir. All right. So the topic of discussion today is Hotshot. No goes on. Some folks say, man, you can't get no freight out of these certain areas, but that's only the crust of what is actually going on, especially in your first 3 months. And this is why I made this video, because we're going to talk about some stuff that happens in your first 3 months of having your own authority and working for yourself, and some things you're going to have to come to grips about, you know what I'm saying, about those first 3 months that you can control, but some of it is out of your control. And I'm here to talk to you tonight about some things that are completely out of your control that will really mess a week up. Like, and it don't matter how many miles you drove, like a slip up on the magnitude of what you setting forth to do in this Hotshot, non-CDL, CDL Hotshot, the amount that goes into this, the cost of operation and the things, it really won't let you deviate really too much from your rate per mile plan, your number per day. If you want $1,000 a day, it really doesn't let you deviate and end up in some of these places doing some of the things that you see some people on YouTube doing. You know what I'm saying? And then, you can't find your way out of things like that. So that's one reason why we're here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do a shameless plug right now. Hold on. Let me see if I know how to do that right. Let's see. All right. Well, I got some stuff. I got some equipment and stuff that I'm finna try out on you guys. But at the same time, look down at me, got my little Bluetooth mic that I clip up. Hallelujah. But we're going to show y'all a little merch, just a little merch. And then we're going to bring these guests on. We have a real conversation, you guys. So over here, and we paying over right here, we got the hoodie with the Porcine money gone. Porcine money gone. Then we got my illustrious friend over here, Grind Harder. Now that's on the back of that shirt. On the front of the shirt, it says Grind Hard. So grind hard on the front. Well, just when you thought you grinding hard, grind hard. And we got this one. They're my personal favorite, y'all. I'm just saying. Hold up. They're my personal favorite right there. Y'all see what it is. And then we're going to slide like this. And when you put the hoodie up, you got the hoodie down, it ain't no problem. Everything good. You feel me? Everything good. When you flip the hood up, put the hoodie on, next thing they know it, it one of those situations where it ain't matter. You feel me? You feel me? So we're gonna talk about that. I wrote this a little bit, worked in the song, because I like this one. This one the personal favorite right here. And then we'll come around to the jacket, zip up with the grind hard. You feel the hoodie. Nice, very high quality. Body, yada yada yada. Grind hard. Grind harder. Alright. So now I got my shameless ass plug out the way, y'all. That was totally shameless. I do apologize. We're gonna go ahead and start bringing these guests in here so we can have a discussion and we can bounce off each other a little bit. And I'm gonna let these people talk a little bit more than they normally do, because y'all know I be having my 2 cents, but I'm gonna let these folks tell you a little something about their experiences with what I call the no-go zones. And that's that places that everybody ain't understanding why it's a no-go zone. It ain't just particularly where. It's where, but it's so first on the list, people coming up in here, we gotta say, I ain't gonna even say age before beauty, because we got some people in here pretty seasoned, man. So I'm gonna say the Caucasian me, I'm gonna drop you in here first, and then we're gonna bring the next contingent on Price It Right. And I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, and then we're gonna bring in the next person, which we already know who they're gonna be, because only reason I did it like that because that dude right here really gonna get to speak tonight based up on some miles, man. Some shit people can't quantify and tell you if they ain't did it the way we do it. So I got that second man coming in. I love him. I really do. Adopted him and everything. Now we're gonna drop all Mal up in here, aka the Caucasian. I love him. I really do.
Hey.
This man stay at home on some spending money shit at the end of the year. How you doing, son? You gotta make it sense. This man stay at home on spending money shit at the end of the year. Hey, drop your volume a little bit, bro. This man stay at home on spending money shit at the end of the year. Hey, drop your volume a little bit, bro. This man stay at home.
How's that?
Great. Your audio is good. How it sound on your end?
What's going on? I gotta turn you up now. Hold on.
Okay, turn up then. That's what we on here. Turn up.
What's up, Hotshot community?
Yeah. Okay, man. This is this gentleman's, I won't say third, maybe fourth appearance on the channel. Very well respected gentleman in the industry. A jack of all trade and a master of many. He done showed me, man. I introduced the song, presented the other. All Mild Matter. Tell them a little about yourself, All Mild Matter, and what you do.
What's up, guys? Most of you guys on this channel already know me. I run the Northeast and the Midwest. There's a lot of no-go zones in the Northeast and the Midwest that we were just talking about. I'm home right now. I have my CDL road test in the morning, so I'm about to turn it up. Yeah.
I already know what you finna do. Knock it out of the park per usual. Okay. Now that was a little short synopsis about him. If you want to know more about All Mild Matter, you'll check out some of the past lives and videos that we've done. Feel free to check that out at your leisure. And if you have time, click out, press the share button, and get the ball rolling on this thing, guys. Now we finna bring in person number 2. Person number 2 really don't need no introduction, but person number 2 is gonna get an introduction because person number 2 is actual. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. If I was the age that this person is and had went through the type of things that he has been through in the amount of time that he has, I really don't know a lot of people that could pull what this man be pulling off. Now, this I ain't holding nothing like that. I'm telling y'all from 900,000 plus mile on my end, what it take to really do this stuff. It ain't getting up, just balling out of control, get fresh on the truck, ride off. This dude right here understand where y'all coming from, just like I understand where y'all coming from, because he really got out here and ran the mile. Present the song. Hey, introducing the other, the Pasha King.
Hey,
Hotshot Haven and All Miles Matter.
Hey, damn, we got 3 goats up in here now.
Yes, sir. Trucking like we
I
dropping,
don't know
baby.
how this shit gonna hold it. It's heavy in here now. It get a little heavy.
What's good, man?
Get
What's
a
good,
little
everybody?
heavy.
What's good, Social Media?
What's good, man? How you doing tonight? Where you at?
I'm in Laredo, Texas, bro.
Okay.
I'm down here trying not to get my truck stolen, man.
Yeah. One time I was in El
Man,
Paso.
You just got it. I'm down here trying to get my truck down stolen.
you
That's my
dead
truck. I
wrong.
need my truck.
You dead wrong. Man, my truck, hey y'all, just LYI, when y'all go to the border towns and border cities, stay on your P's and Q's, stay with your equipment,
Yes,
stay
sir.
with your truck. Cause the shit do happen, y'all. And I'm a living witness. That shit, they will ride out with your shit.
Yeah, they will. One time I was in El Paso, Texas, and I checked in at a Motel 6, and the lady at the desk was like, "Hey, man, you better watch that thing." I said, "What you mean?" She says, "We've had 3 of them stolen out of here."
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, I'm trying to find me a little to get back to Georgia, man.
I already know it. But like I said, we introducing you to some people that may not know who you are. I don't know what rock they been living on there. They don't know who you are. But I'm just let you come in and tell a little something about yourself and what they might want to know about you and some of the just a little bit of right now. Why the hell you in Laredo? That's one of them places.
Hey, this ain't no money out here, Haven.
That's what they say. That's why we here. That's why we here.
But I can tell you, I can only tell you, I already dropped off 94 for the week. That's all I can tell you. This ain't no money out here, though. But anyway, I'm the parcel king.
I'm spending so much money. I believe God, man.
Hotshot Benny Daddy. Some people call me Pops. Parcel King, Hotshot Benny Daddy. I go by all whatever you want to call me. That's me. But this ain't no money out here, Haven. I dropped off $2 grand Monday.
They say a lot of stuff. These
they do, but
selling.
I don't believe it. You gotta
These trucks
grind. You
still
gotta grind for yourself. Grind for yourself.
Hey, they're gonna actually have to come take my house for me to believe that shit.
Let me add something to that. Not only did I drop off 9,400, I took a whole day off and fixed all 4 of my bearings yesterday. So if it wasn't for that, I'd have been dropped off 94 yesterday.
And still
There's money out here. You just got to know where to go to find the money, man. The money out here.
Yeah, right. And then at the same time, like I said, it's a lot dealing with knowing how to charge and knowing what this stuff costs, being realistic. Being realistic with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Not just out here doing whatever.
Look, get your CDL, get your 40-footer.
Go ahead.
Ain't no reason why you can't pull $7,000 going down the road one way.
It really don't make no sense to me. Why, you know what I'm saying? I see people continuously holler about rate per mile and stuff like that, but it really about knowing what that truck costs to run and what you want every day out of that truck, and do you a daily number that.
I got mine down to about $1.35 a mile. Yeah, I need to make at least $1.35 a mile. But guess what?
That really good right now.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, I'm up in the 4s and 5s.
It ain't bad because you running partials. You the partial king. That's a partial.
There you go.
So you know you might have 3 of them on there. You got $4 mile on the trailer, but to a point when you start dropping out and reloading the trailer. See, I'm not
12 feet. Yeah, 12 feet, 700 pounds, 2,400.
Right. It ain't about what it is. It's about how they need it and what it take to get it there, man. In the amount of time they want it. So
yes, sir. So
I know we ease off into that forever because they're one of them things that people sit up and debate a long time just because people understand the money ain't the same. You know what I mean? The fact that a person could come out with one truck and gross 20, 25 grand a month, and that is a considerable. Something happened.
Okay,
I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, you're good now. You're good.
Am I back?
Yes, sir.
Now I have no sound. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, we got you, Haven. We got you.
Wow.
Well, look, man, I know it's right now the market's tough, especially for Hotshot, possibly even worse for non-CDL, because I actually dispatched a non-CDL, and it's been tough putting money on that truck, but I've been able to put enough there to keep him going, you know?
Yeah, we're going through the same thing. We're going through the same thing. Yeah.
But you just got to grind, man. Just keep doing what you've been doing. You know, if you've been doing it for a while, you know where to go find some money.
Well, here's a tip for that. That's why I remember that map I sent you. That's why I stay. That's why our company stays inside that map, because when things start to go south, our contacts and relationships keep us moving. So it works out really good. But another thing to that is cost of operation, right? Like,
absolutely.
You know, you say yours is $1.30 a mile, and that's what mine used to be, but now I'm debt free, essentially. So like, you know, I can get away with a lot more things that other guys can't, you know?
Yes, sir. I try to get mine, man. But like I said, 9 times out of 10, you know what I mean, when I'm going down the road with these partials, I've got $4, $5, $6 on the truck per mile. You know, a lot of people don't like the idea of all Hotshot asking for $2 a mile. We're not talking about one pick, one drop, full truckload. We're talking about 12 feet, 700 pounds. If I had a partial for myself personally, 12 feet, 700 pounds, and you try to get $3, $4 a mile for my little 12 feet, 700 pounds, I'll give you a finger till you go to hell.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But if I could move it for $1.80, $2.20, why not? I could literally put it on my back and run it down the road. He's so light.
Yeah.
You know? But you just gotta hustle, man, and just hustle the right way. You know, I like what Haven be saying a lot of times, man. Hustle like you're trapping.
Hey, can you hear us?
You are back.
Oh yeah, I got y'all back, man. I'll try to see what happened, but yeah, everything's good now. I can hear. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go and pick it up.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. But like I say, we have one more guest. Cause boy, we'll get up in here and tantalize y'all with these gems, man. If you just sit around just listen like under the tree, you'll get something out of some of these videos, man. Like I said, I invite you while being the channel or my channel. Low miles, them boy. There's a lot of people that are dropping some solid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it ain't over no one size fit all type of game. Like I said, everything individual and personal. So that's why I brought a person that is an individual, and it's personal to me is the reason why he on here tonight, because this person is new, but he ain't green. He ain't green, y'all. He been dealing with me, like I said, with the consultation. We do a little old security mentorship over through the weeks, and that kind of lends itself into a little more consultation service as regards to different loads that dispatchers are presenting to them and where they're trying to be dispatched to and where they should not be going at this point in time, which would be within the first 3 months of their brand new authority. So this individual, let's see in the back room. Let's see what his name is. Okay, bro, you hit government name. All right. Shit. Anyway, Carlo Jones, y'all. There go Carlos, and we're gonna put him in.
I'm among some great company.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, real talk. Hey, real talk.
Yes,
Carlo.
sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, great to have you tonight. And like I said, this is Carlos, and Carlos is kind of new to the game. About 2 months running in there, I'm gonna give Carlos a chance to introduce himself. And we're also gonna bounce some stuff on Carlos that happened the other day, and we're gonna as individuals, you know, kind of give our explanation. We'll take turns explaining how you would handle situations where the money might not be right, the drop location might not be right, the distance might not be right for the money, things like that. And we're gonna develop a scenario. But Carlos, I want you to tell them a little bit about yourself and your company, introduce yourself and your company and what you guys doing and where you're from and everything.
It's a lot of me listening to you guys that's on this broadcast that has really helped me, especially you, Hotshot. You know how we get on.
No doubt.
You have been a true blessing to me and my wife as we have tried to move forward in this game. And we have been trying to learn from you all, even Partial King, All Miles Matter. And you just been a blessing. Every day I try to learn from you. If we get into a predicament, we can call you. You there. You have really helped us. I mean, I even had a level 3, inspection. And that was passed from the help that you gave us.
Oh, man. Take the execution, man. I appreciate the sentiments, but one thing about it, this game is about execution. It's about execution. So I appreciate y'all for being safe out there, keeping this security right, and just being open to listen
without a doubt
to different things that you have never done before, as far as low security and things like that, from people that really understand what is really going on with this stuff and how dangerous it can be and how much the DOT really want to get your money. You know, so like I said, proceed, bro.
Even during the time that I did have the interaction, he knew that I was trying to get what I needed as far as staying in compliance, staying safe. I was trying to get what I needed as far as staying in compliance.
And that's what it is, Kyle. And
keeping
like
others
said,
safe.
Huh?
Keeping others safe, he said. Yeah, that's the most important thing, man. Safety. Not only just your safety, but everybody else around you. You know, all your fellow drivers out here. Just driving safe. Don't drive tired. If you know you're tired, go ahead and pull it up. Call it a night.
Yep.
I got one main thing I really want to put out there also to you gentlemen. the greatest investment that anybody can make is the investment in themselves.
Yes, sir.
I agree.
If you want to learn right, go to where you ain't gonna meet the bullshit, where you gonna learn the truth, such as you gentlemen there that bring it 100%. You don't sugarcoat it. You gonna tell me, Jones, do it this way, do it that way. And me and my wife, man, we go that way, and everything has been the way it should been, smooth, the way it should be.
So don't you want that be a confidence over the miles and over the time that when you get ready to just venture out further and do some more things and do some bigger equipment, some longer run, some more impactful stuff for your business, you got the confidence when it's time to start hiring people, you know what it takes. You know the learning curve that's got to happen with people to do what you're doing and do it at the level that you require as a company. So that's a big thing, man. It's a siren boss, man. I will always say this: it's one siren boss, man, that ain't never did the work before. If you ain't never did work before, you shouldn't really be supervised.
Yep.
I don't know what to say. You shouldn't be the boss of nothing you never did before.
True that.
Without it. That's true.
So, like I say, I'm gonna start with this scenario because it just happened, y'all. It was probably about 72 hours ago, maybe 2 to 3 days ago. Carlos and his wife just paid in the security mentorship, which I do as a courtesy to people that have done the 1 hour consultation before.
Yes, it did.
You know, consultation. It's actually a week worth of low security for $75. You can call me 1,000 times. You can FaceTime me anytime you need me. If the program ain't talking right, it sound funny. I don't know. If you just need to talk about what's going on and do this sound right or not, I'm basically here. You know what I mean? And you know, like I don't know. If you just need to talk about what's going on, good.
That has been a true blessing.
From making
it really has
serious mistakes.
Haven, you keep cutting out.
It's me?
Yeah, I think you're a little bit away from the mic, Haven.
I think you need to get closer to the router, Bob.
I hate it. Hey, Carlos, can you turn? Is this something you can turn down in there? We can hear it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, he's listening to the TV in the background. He's got to turn that off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that would cut.
How do I need to do that?
Process now that sound at one time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's better?
Yep.
Mic check 1 2.
Okay, now I can hear you better.
There you go.
Yeah, it's processing too much sound. It was processing all that background noise too.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So everybody can hear everybody clearly right now. So I'm like I said, I'm gonna bring out this scenario that happened like 2 hours ago. And first person I'm gonna bounce this off of is All Mild Matter because he is non-CDL like Carlos right now. So we'll give you a chance to weigh in on what your point of view is on this situation, and then we're gonna let the Partial King get a chance to see what he would do in his scenario of the same little incident. So let me break it down for y'all. A couple days ago, I'm at the house rebuilding the trailer out there. Carlo FaceTime me. He got an iPhone. Hallelujah. He FaceTime me. Say, hey man, we got this load we picking up. We finna get ready to drop off his first load in the Mobile area, Alabama. Okay, now we dropped this load off, and the broker the dispatcher, I ain't gonna lie on nobody. The dispatch person said we got another load for you to pick up in St. Rose, Louisiana, which is about 2 hours and 45. My memory good, ain't it, Carlo? About 2 hours and 45 minutes from Mobile, Deadhead, and it's going to El Paso, Texas. Now, let me finish it out so you know the whole gist. From St. Rose, Louisiana to El Paso, Texas, it right at 1,300 miles. It 12 is some change. It really say 11, but you got to put 100-some miles you can drive to go get it. You got to put that in. The people lose their shirt because they don't put all miles. They go all miles. They don't put all the miles in there. You know what I'm saying? You really be screaming $4 mile. No, yeah, you got $1.85 like everybody else. Anyway, all right. So it's 12 to 1,300 miles from the last drop to the next drop, which is El Paso, Texas, and it's a partial. The dispatch ain't got nothing else to go with it, and they want you to run out there for 1,100. All mile mouth. What are you doing? What are you doing in this situation? And you 2 months in too. You 2 months in.
And it's going to El Paso.
Yeah.
To top it off.
For $1,100.
Well, good luck getting out of El Paso down there on the border. It's a little tough. So 1,100 miles. What'd you say?
Like 13.
1,300 miles for 1,100.
Yeah, because you got Deadhead like 180 miles to go get it.
Anything else on the trailer with it at that time, or is he going?
No, then no prospect.
Nope. Absolutely. I mean, not to like lighten the blow or anything, but it's not something I would be interested in personally. I mean, they gotta. Is it being ran dedicated or as a partial? That's the question.
It's a partial, but at the same time, it do have a due date. And like I said, the dispatch ain't got nothing even in Houston or San Antonio book for it or nothing. I'm talking you actually might run them whole 1,300 miles.
All right, I'll just make it easy. I'll just make it easy. Hard pass.
Hard pass. Okay, partial king. Now you ain't the partial king. You 2 months in. You got a dispatcher. Yeah, you ain't the partial king. You can't be the partial king because you're going to pick up something in St. Rose, St. Charles, goddamn Houston, drop that off and say that, pick up something. Hey, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's cheating because you're 2 months in, new authority, don't nobody know you. So it's a chance you might not get in there for real. So St. Rose to El Paso, 1,300 miles, $1,100. What you think about it?
I don't work for 80-something cents a mile. I don't work for 80-something cents. I do not work for 80-something cents a mile.
That sounds
that sounds like 80-something cents a mile. For one. And that should not be my very first load to go into a dead ass zone like El Paso, because chances are you're not going to get nothing out of there. And if you do, it's not going to be good. You may be lucky and get something, but you're going to, especially when you got somebody else, dispatching for you who don't really know what they're doing. That should not be your first load to go to El Paso. To go to El Paso, you said 1,300 miles.
Yes,
you're looking for something paying $2,700.
Right,
as a partial. That way you could put that 1,100 with it if you feel like it and you're winning. But that should not be your quote unquote what people call anchor load or your best load. Your best load should be a load where if I have no choice and I have to run this thing, I'm gonna still make money. So whether or not I get something to go with it.
Okay, and that's why I used to tell them every time, bro, it don't matter what they paying. I know if I'm taking it or not, I'm gonna make money regardless. And that was the sentiment behind it, because it don't matter. I'm gonna eventually get some on there, but we still gotta go back and say 2 months in.
Right.
2 months in, so it's still some calls that you making where people like, nah, even though you like right next door to the fucking load.
Yeah, that happens.
So we gotta keep that in mind. So like with that being said, what you saying about that? Is that a yay or a nay? What
Oh, that's a big nay. That's a big no. You can't take that one. Because you're gonna
Yep.
lose twice. You might lose coming back. No, you might have to deadhead back to San Antonio, someplace like that.
Yep.
So you're
Okay.
losing twice.
A lot of times what happens with these dispatchers and carriers and all that stuff, they don't know how much you know, especially if you're new. If the carrier doesn't have any kind of heart, they know that you're really not going to know your true expenses until the end of the year, right? So, I mean, you can watch them as you go, but I mean, things happen, man. I hit a dog yesterday. I got to replace a whole box again. You know what I mean? Like,
R.I.P. Fluffy. For real, you slap shit out that dog, man. You did that.
Yeah.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
So basically,
what I can't add
if-
in is
if you don't pay
just
attention
from listening
to
you
what you're
gentlemen,
doing, man, you can go bankrupt really quick, man.
Yeah. But as I was saying, just for me learning the little bit I did from you gentlemen, that threw up a flag to me to say, you know what, let me check this and make sure that I'm making the right decision, because it just didn't sit well with me, because I already, just from, like I say, what I learned from y'all, I knew that wasn't a good load.
Yeah.
If that was the last piece going on the trailer and everything was going that way, then maybe, but yeah.
Yeah, that kind of what would have ended up happening. Cause like I wouldn't even want to take that in consideration for fuel money, which that would have been about 1.5 times what it costs to go out there on a high shot. You know what I'm saying? It costs about, you think about Louisiana, then you pull all the West Texas. People think West Texas flat, but West Texas is not flat, people. West Texas is up. It's up. And then you get to some flat stuff, I-10, then you out there in no man land for 350 miles. Ask them how I know Washington.
Oh, you know, man. How you know? I know how Benny know. He ran out of fuel going over there one week. Shoot. Yeah, Benny ran out of fuel going over there one time trying to make a drop on a Friday.
Man, that's embarrassing shit I did before too, bro. I feel worse for the truck than anything. I was like, man, you know you can't run these out like that.
Man, and he got an auxiliary tank. How he did that, I don't know. But I get it.
I've never done that. I can honestly say.
I'm gonna tell you exactly how I did it. I was driving. I was dispatching 3 trucks. I was driving, stuff coming in, phone call coming in. I see a quarter tank of gas. 8 phone calls later, we don't eat, baby. I look down, no more shit. This ain't walking season. Then when I started keeping 5 gallons in the truck in the tank.
He's so lucky somebody came by and helped him within 20 minutes.
Yep.
The Lord sent him.
Blessing.
The Lord sent him.
And he was able to drop the load off.
Oh, yeah. When it was like that, they ain't no but the Lord. They say what they want to say.
I was close one time, so close that I had to I was on the toll road and I had to bust a Yui on the toll road, pay the toll road twice, full price. So it almost happened, but I lucked out.
Yeah, but that's a hard no on that one, Haven. That's 80 cents a mile or whatever it is to go over there, and then chances are you might luck out again, another bad luck, and don't even get a load coming out.
Yeah.
That's going to be the deciding factor. That's going to be the deciding factor right there. Because, see, that it's a position that people don't understand, that it's certain things. I used to say in my early videos, it was a little bit kind of hood. I said, it's certain things you bet not do. Yeah. And in certain things, that's one of the things, and I'm so glad that Carlo called him and the wife called at the time, and we were able to get that sorted out, because I think that loan was signed for and everything. That shit was a go. You know what I'm saying?
But that's not even the worst part, Haven. No, you need to start questioning your dispatcher. Like, what are you thinking?
Yep.
That's exactly where I was just finna go.
That's already in progress.
That's what I had to tell Mr. Carlo, because one thing about it, it's a certain level of understanding that you as the driver and the dispatcher has to have. Y'all got to understand it about what is expected, what we're not doing, how far we're actually going. And that was one of the things I want to talk about with this, especially the first 2 months, is the radius. You got to understand, most hotshot trucks that are true hotshot cover a certain area. As you go on up in the semis and flatbeds, you'll notice that this area gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. That's why I run Birmingham and back and be at home every day and be made over $2,000. You know what I mean? At the same time, I leave my own bed because simple fact, as you condense everything and actually work with capacity, that radius gets smaller, the loads get closer together. So if you reverse that and go down inside, now your load get farther apart. Now your weight limited, your weight get fewer and fewer. You know what I'm saying? For a load that you will see that 50 miles away. Now, a lot of days you're going to drive 150 miles to get the next one. Only thing is, it's paramount to have that load in the direction that you already traveling. Because you got to go through there anyway. You pick loads ahead of yourself. You don't pick loads behind you.
That's double miles.
Correct.
That's double miles.
That's right.
150 to go get it, and 150 to come back to where you started from.
You chipping away at your profit. So, like I said, it's a real conversation that has to be had with these dispatchers, so-called dispatchers. Because one thing, and I'm gonna let everybody get a chance to chime in on their dispatch experience and how they feel about it. But I'm gonna say this right here: can't nobody hustle shit like you. And if you got a good dispatcher, pay them and do right by them, because if the person actually understands how to load a hotshot correctly with partials going across the country, they are 1 in a million. They 1 in a million. The only reason bro can move like he moved, he come and talk to these folks a lot of time personally about these loads. They've got some respect on their name because they know he ain't square. And I'm talking about the partial king. They know they man is not great. When they talk to him, they say 181 transport. It's a whole different motherfucking ball game because they know he ain't dealing with no square, man.
True that.
Yep.
They're not dealing with no square.
Man, I get money just by mentioning my name. You know.
So get what? The dispatch don't have that much interest in your company as a company. They interested in dispatching the many loads they can so they can make their percentage be what it is. They don't give a damn about you being stuck in El Paso. You still owe them some money, Friday.
True that. That's shameful too.
I'm gonna let Posh slide up in there and all my mouth slide up in there and just tell me.
I got a lot to say on this one.
What you need in dispatch, what everybody should be looking for in dispatch. People say they move hotshot. These people move semi trucks. It ain't the same.
It ain't the same.
No.
It ain't the same. You gonna be up a lot of nights. That shit the same.
Ain't the same, man. Dude, when you're dispatching anybody's truck, you got to understand their livelihood is in your hands. You got to treat their truck like it's yours, even better than yours, because you don't want to fail them. You know what I mean? I dispatch a couple of folks, man, and like for instance, I had one guy out last week just before Thanksgiving, and I'm damn near sweating bullets, literally not even thinking about myself anymore. Like I need to find him a load to get him home. If I don't get home, that's on me. But I need to make sure he get home. You know? And at the very last second, I got him a load to get home. You know, and it was a short week, and he made good bread that short week. But you literally, man, their truck is your truck. It's not all about the money. And if your goal for instance, a semi truck is minimum 8 a week, try to get him to 8 a week, no matter what. The money's out there. You know, for a hot shot, if your minimum is 4 a week, make sure you get 4 in my truck a week. Make sure you don't stick me in a no dead zone like Colorado, El Paso, New Mexico, Albuquerque, Maine. You know, although I got a pretty nice thing going on with dead right now. You know, Florida. You know, I've been doing this for almost 5 years. I've probably been to Florida 5 times. I've been doing this for 5 years. I probably built to Albuquerque twice.
Here.
I like Colorado. It's risky to go over there, but you could at least
I
get
love Colorado.
money to
You
come
know
out of
me.
there.
I love
Yeah,
Colorado.
yeah, it's risky. It's risky, but I don't mind going to Colorado and Utah once in a
That
while.
shit paying his ass off. That's why I love it, man. I love Colorado.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. But
retired in Colorado, bro.
oh yeah. It's a beautiful place, man. Over there in what's that spot name? I can't remember that name. Boy, got some beautiful homes out there. But
Man,
your dispatcher just need to make sure he treating you right, man. And if you guys got a goal or a number that you're supposed to be meeting, try to meet that number. You know, can't
and
just
and,
take
and, most,
every load you see on the board that's not paying no money.
and I'm gonna say this: communication is the key. Don't be scared to talk up for yourself, because it's one thing I gotta always reiterate to people sometimes, and it comes from not so much a bad place to where people have worked for a long time. They used to institutional labor to the point where you used to going to work every day, and this stuff is what it is, kind of out of your control. But when it's dealing with a dispatcher, it's dealing with the insurance company, it's dealing with these people that you paying all this money to. One thing I know, if somebody doing a service for me and they send me a bill and I pay it, they fucking work for me. I don't work for them. Wait a minute, hold up. If I work for them, ain't I supposed to be getting some money from them every week? So they get money from me every week to provide a service that's either good or bad. They work for me. The insurance man, why you giving them all your money and shit? When you got questions about stuff about your pockets, call them, bug the shit out of them. Folk work for you. That's right. Damn right.
That's right. You gotta provide a service. Do a good job at it.
Damn right. For the DOT violate me, I make them print it out. Cause shit, my tax money going up in this shit. Y'all work for print that shit out. I won't see it. Before you violate me, I'm gonna make you use some paper, ink pen, and everything, cause I'm petty like that.
Yeah. Case in point. Me and my wife, we have like what we communicate ain't coming across. And we done constantly said this over and over. This is what we looking for. This is what we trying to do. Even though I'm 2 months in, I'm still realizing that if you trying to send me one-way deadhead for so many miles, and I got to come all the way back to the point where I was at before I can even get back started, then you done ran me half of the day, all my hours, just on that, besides what I'm spending for gas. So you done put me behind the 8 ball in the beginning. So with us recognizing that right now, especially like I said, man, you
the moment
guys
you say yes, you
much.
went right behind the 8 ball. The moment you say yeah, it's on. It's on.
Yeah.
I ain't finna spit on it.
But what we did, we done come to the conclusion, guess what? If it's gonna work like that, we done pulled up both the DAT and the other board, and we gonna go ahead on and we gonna make it on our own sink or swim. We ain't gonna let nobody run us in like that, man. Cause I'm willing to do the work, but I ain't gonna let you work me just to work me.
I feel that 100%. Like I said, I expect giving and do. But y'all see, this dude ain't 22, man. This dude ain't 22 years old, man. Y'all gotta understand that this is an investment of your time, your money, and your health. Y'all know I've done that guy 3-4 times out here. You know what I'm saying? Just from stuff that wasn't even no accident or nothing. Just stuff out here. Like I got a chemical burn from some stuff I never knew I was allergic to. Damn near killed me. I'm talking about I was in the ICU fucking with this shit. To the point where it's stuff you can't control. So yeah, like Posh King said, 80% of mile. Wait, no, show ain't. Show the hell ain't. I just don't see it.
Into a dead zone. Not even moving into a good zone.
In the 40.
You're gonna take 80 cents into a dead zone.
Now, true enough, you're gonna end up coming back through San Antonio. If somebody that passed their 3 months, you'll pick up some air conditioning and have a blessed day, because they're gonna pay you pretty good for the air conditioning. But for a man in the first 2 months, you'll be sitting outside train.
But that's where it
You ever been to
off.
train? Anybody ever been to train in San Antonio?
Oh yeah. They don't pay though, Haven. I don't know what they pay you, but they ain't paid me.
They paid me good. Man, shit.
Man, I pulled it twice. I pulled it twice to go to try to get home. I think I took like it's always like 1 pick 3 drop type bullshit.
Yeah, we got one going to California like that right now. What they
And they ain't paid me. I think I went from there to Orlando area. 1 pick 3 drop.
You finna go pick
and you pay like 20, 24, 2500. Yeah,
damn.
I did it twice. I can't do it with them. Not to mention, they have you waiting around for 4 fucking hours.
Did you go through TQL?
Yes, sir. How you know? How you know?
Man,
Ooh, Lord,
I've been doing it too long, man. You can't fuck with me, bro. I'm just sorry, man. I'm telling Denise to this shit.
Man, they had me waiting around for 4 hours for the load.
Don't fuck with them.
I have to get home though.
Now they good with some stuff, but that account right there, that's not their account.
Oh, okay. Well, they don't pay on that one.
And they say what they want to say. I told them to cat out of bed. That is not their shit. So I ain't never came up out there for less than $3.75. And one time I came out there for $3 with 1 unit.
I don't know what the miles was, but I could only it's from San Antonio to Orlando, whatever that mileage was. I didn't like the number. It was like $2,400.
That by how much?
2,400.
Yeah, that was about 1,650 miles.
See,
goodness gracious.
But it was a week. I was trying to. It was like a holiday. I tried to get home, so I went home with it, and then I took it down there after the holiday.
Yeah, that started your next week off into money. See, a lot of folks don't understand that. You'll take that on the chin right there, just to come out, drop it Monday morning, and then make the best of that and leapfrog that next week. You feel me?
That's pretty much what I did this week, man. I dropped off $2,000 on 1,200 miles, and then I was able to pick up 74.
It's
took a whole day off to fix my axles and drop that off today.
On the grind all the time.
That's what he is, y'all.
All the time.
That's why I fuck with him, because that's how he is.
I might go up there I might go up there and try to get that load today. I'm right next to it, you know. San Antonio's only like an hour and a half, 2 hours away.
Not just because you know what you're capable of. See, a lot of folks don't understand that. Once you get the experience under your belt and you really understand what these trucks capable of doing, you'll blindly get some shit. Like I used to do this every week. I pick 2 forklifts up going to Colorado and just blindly leave. I don't know what's out there. I ain't looked or nothing. By the time I get to Louisiana, I found something. I keep on going. But that's when you know what you're capable of, not in the first 2 months. You feel?
Nope.
You know you're a bad dude. You know one thing, ain't no fin drive 3 hours, don't see nothing. Come on, nothing. Through Louisiana? Come on now. The top of Texas, Dallas, Houston, wait a minute.
I call Texas a whole nother country, man.
It is.
Yep.
It is.
This is one state you be driving all day and you still in Texas.
15 hours.
Better believe it.
You be on 10, 15 hours like it ain't shit. Now I won't pay because it's inside the state.
Oh, no.
But you take something right there from La Plaza or something like that and take it back to Georgia and get paid. But they don't want to pay you to drive from Houston all the way to Amarillo. And that shit down mile. That shit like another country for real.
Man, shit, I'm in Laredo, Texas right now, right? But I swear to God, I put it up on my on truck stop. He says some shit like Mexico. I'm in Laredo, but he says Mexico.
Now we've been talking about Laredo. That Nueve related Laredo you talking about. It right across the road from you. You ain't far. Yeah, I've been down there numerous times. Now I had this conversation with Carlos about Laredo. Now this is one thing I gotta get people to understand about Laredo, El Paso, Corpus Christi, everywhere down in that little area on that panhandle down the bottom side of Texas. You gotta understand what's going on right there. When you get to El Paso, if y'all know the highway, you'll be on Interstate 10 and you'll get the mile marker number 1. Because that's as far as you can go in Texas is El Paso. Then you'll cross over to New Mexico where it costs money. All right. Now, with that being said, ain't that really in New Mexico because it's densely populated, but the cities are spread out really far. You know what I'm saying? So that's a problem. So when you go to El Paso, Texas, you're down there where the only place you could go is back into Texas, up to New Mexico, or down into Mexico. And you know you can't go down in Mexico, so you just already killed the whole option right there. That ain't even an option. And then on top of that, you're in a port town. I want people to understand what a port is designed to do. A port is designed to move capacity. It's the law of capacity. When you move capacity, it becomes cheaper and cheaper and cheaper to move whatever you move it. That's why they move it by the shipload. These folks ain't playing. When you go down there with a Hotshot, CDL, you may come out with something. It's a good chance. When you go down there with a semi, it's an even better chance because most of this stuff coming off as full truckloads. They're not breaking it up right on the port, send it to individual colors. No, they take it to a warehouse and they'll break it down and send it to individual customers. So being in that port city kind of limits you on a whole lot of stuff that's really heavy. That shit is heavy, y'all. When I tell you they moving all 8,000 pounds and it's 50 flatbed down there with the Porsche King right now waiting. They waiting on it.
They're down there.
And they driving trash. That shit look like it come from El Salvador. That's why it's so cheap. Because it don't cost nothing to keep a truck running 40 years. Man, that truck that truck paid for itself 17 times now, and they still riding that truck, man.
Damn.
You don't never outbuild them.
I want to go back to that dispatching conversation.
Go ahead. Go on, jump back out.
We got sound?
Yeah, I hear you.
Man.
Okay, good. All right. So with dispatching, man, dispatching is an art. It takes a while to figure it out. It takes a while to figure out where you can send trucks, where you can't, where the freight is. You have to be able to pick up and notice when the freight moves to a different zone in a different area. Sometimes experience can be substituted with multiple eyes. Over here at Ohio Hauler, we have 4 dispatchers, Danielle in the office. Most of them are Justin's daughters, and they're learning and doing a phenomenal job. And actually, Abby, one of his daughters, her first week, man, this girl's never dispatched a load. She ran me all the way down to about 40 minutes on my clock. I could not freaking believe it. I was like, I texted her. I said, "Hey, did you do that all by yourself?" She's like, "Yeah, I had a little bit of help, but not much." I said, "Wow." I said, "That's how you move a truck."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
So when it comes to dispatching, man, it takes a while. It takes a while to get really good at it. And so, you know, another thing is guys have to understand is this game is about averages. This is not, you know, you ran 340 a mile yesterday. You think you're going to get 340 a mile every day. It's about averages. Yep. So as long as your average rate per mile is acceptable and above where you think it should be based on your cost of operation, then you're good to go. But a lot of guys get it confused. Like you guys, like these new guys have to understand what dispatching is, especially if you're leased on to a carrier, right? Like their goal is to move that truck. If you don't make money, they don't. Their goal is to get the best loads possible for you. Sometimes that's not always possible, you know? So, I think it should be necessary for new guys to sit in our dispatch office for a day and see what really goes into it. And I think they'd have a whole new respect for what goes into it, because it's not easy. I mean, these girls have gone home in tears on some days, you know, like it's crazy. It will break you down, because while you're sitting, all they're thinking about is, we got to get him out of there. We got to get him going. We got to get him going. And they feel bad if they don't succeed in finding you that golden nugget, right? Everybody wants the golden nuggets. Well, it's not always like that. So You have to base everything on averages, period. You know, don't go based on what you made yesterday or last week or last month. I always tell guys, reevaluate in 90 days. Look over your numbers in 90 days. If things aren't looking right, you know, then that's when you have the conversation. But another thing is, you know, you need to be where you say you're going to be. These dispatchers cannot possibly look ahead for another load for you. When you say you're going to be there in 2 hours, we get an update. It's 4. Now you're 4 hours
Oh
away.
man.
Like, how is that possible? You know. So how can we effectively book you your next load? You know, it just can't. You have to be where you say you're going to be, so you and your dispatcher can get on the same page and run up a check. It's the only way to do it. You guys got to get on the same page, and sometimes it takes a while. So be patient. That goes
I
for
used to
everybody,
say
not
give
just
everybody
Carlos.
30
That's for
days.
everybody.
No, I used to tell everybody, give them 30 days. If they can't understand what you're trying to do in 30 days, it's more fishing to see. But I say the biggest thing is going to be, especially with the one-man person or the person on out by themselves, is get the load, boys. And like I said, look while they're looking. Because one thing about a dispatcher that's been doing semis for a living, they're gonna upsell themselves to you. They may have a higher percentage than normal, may be regular. It don't matter, but they're gonna sell their business and their service to you on the fact that they're gonna be able to get you low, to get you out of places, running, doing stuff like that. And most don't understand the dynamics of hotshot freight, general freight, time-sensitive freight, dedicated freight. They really don't understand that because they used to loading a semi-box trailer that pulls up, drop and hook, and the next load is 15 minutes away, 20 miles away. It ain't really no crazy deadhead. They can book those loads because they come out of these places consistently where they can book you a week worth of stuff and go chill with their family. You can't do that with a high shot because it's never what you think it is, and you never know what's gonna pop up because it's not consistent. This stuff gotta remember. This is the sensitive, time sensitive that needs to be right there right now. The very end of the load that wouldn't fit on a 53. It's a lot of reasons why these partial loads become into existence, and it's not because they're normal every day. These are not normal loads, y'all. Most of the time, manufacturers, unless they specifically do light stuff that's pretty much specifically for a hot shot trailer, that's not consistently what they ship. They ship volume.
Yeah.
That's understandable. And I understand all miles matters. That's you speaking the gospel. But the only thing, like I said, my patience is good, but as I'm gonna go to what Pastor King said. Run if you're gonna run me, however, run me like it's yours. Don't run me because you see a number out there and you're not thinking about what I need to do to make that run or my expenses to make that run.
Again, some people feel like, as a dispatcher, let's say you've been looking at the boards, all day. You ain't really got no load for the driver. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now you're starting to get a little desperate. If you can't find a good load that's paying good money, hey man, sit. Not losing money if you don't move, especially if you move with some bullshit load. Sit there till the next day. You'll be
Correct.
surprised what a little patience will get you.
Yep.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
Yep.
instead of
Slow
picking
down,
up eleven
speed up,
hundred
baby.
dollars, going 1,100 miles, you wait around for 2-3 hours. Now you're picking up $4,000 going 1,000 miles or less. Patience, man.
Yep.
It's not a good
Patient.
load. It's not a good load.
Also, with your dispatcher, if there's certain things or limitations you guys need to have a common understanding of what you can and can't do. And, like me, here's an example. I have one rule, and I only have one rule, and that is nothing on my trailer over 6 feet tall that has to be tarped. And the reason for that is I don't carry 8-foot drop tarps is number one. So I can't. What's that?
Yeah, somebody breaking up pretty good.
Somebody touching their microphone or something.
I think it's just the connection.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not on mine.
Yeah, I got mine just sitting right here. Mic check.
All right, so like I said, I only have one limitation and one rule. Everything else goes. I don't care if it's 30 feet tall, as long as it doesn't have to be tarped, you know, because of, you know, a lot of these shippers, if you can't tarp the full load, they'll refuse you. So I just don't even deal with it. Like I don't even, you know, anything over 6 feet tall, if it needs a tarp, I'll pass. I'll sit till tomorrow. I don't care. I just don't have the tarps to cover that, nor do I have the interest. You know, I'm 5'7", and just getting up that high and not really good with heights, you know? So that's my only limitation. Now, I'm not saying call your dispatcher and say 100 limitations. I'm just saying sometimes you have to have a common understanding of what's going to go on that trailer and what is absolutely not going to go on that trailer. And then once you figure that out, when they're looking for those loads, they'll be like, damn, you know, that's a good load, but it's, you know, 9 feet tall and he's got 6 foot drop tarp. So we got to pass on it. So it's, you know, once you get a good dispatcher and you get comfortable with them, it really goes good. And that's why I love Ohio Hauler, because, you know, the money's actually being spent in growing. Okay. It takes a lot to get 4 dispatchers, an office manager, now safety and compliance, which is probably what I'm going to do because I have my eye on that. And honestly, I'd like to get out of the truck one day. So, you know, once we get to that certain truck number, I have no doubt that that's where I'll be going. So, you know, everybody's playing their position and it's not cheap and it's not, it's no joke, man.
Correct.
Yeah, but safety and compliance is a big deal, man. Once you get up past 10 trucks, you got to have somebody dedicated to that office. You know, God forbid there's a fatality accident involved and you're missing paperwork on that truck. You know, like it's no joke out here. And that's kind of where we're at right now, to be honest with you, is we're at that point where we're like, it's the tipping pot, you know? So basically, I'm just going to go back out until, you know, we pull the trigger on that. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
Man, hey, Posh Kid, let me get to you one time. Tell us. Okay, you always dispatch yourself. You had dispatch one time, Posh Kid.
Well, when I started, of course, you don't know nothing. I had a guy who was supposed to dispatch me. So the very first day, I'm ready to go. I'm geeked. I got a driver with me. We ready to go. Long story short, I waited around all day. No loads. Had to go back home. Driver went home. I went home. Came back Tuesday, 8 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock come around. Still ain't got no load. I got the load board, so I like to hell with it. Let me try it. But to this day, I still talk to that guy. As a matter of fact, if I got people that need dispatching, I normally send them to him because he really showed me the game, even though he never dispatched me. You know what I mean? As a partial 4 years ago, 5 years ago, he told me a simple thing. He said, look here, man, I'm going to run you up the road 1,000 miles or less. I'm going to bring you back home 1,000 miles or less. I'm going to run you up there with $2,000. I'm going to bring you back with $2,000 minimum. That's $4,000 for the week. You're probably going to spend about $800 in fuel, maybe 1,000 at the most, and you're going to walk away with $3,000. Of course, you got all your other expenses. I was sold on that. That's all he told me. And I took advantage of it.
If he can do it.
Yeah, I took advantage of it, and it worked. So when I first started, within the first couple of months, I was doing $4,000 a week, going up the road and coming back home the same week. And then as I got used to it, that 4 turned into 5, that 5 turned into 6. And right now, that's my base. If I don't make 6 or more, I'm not happy.
Well, you sound like me. You sound like me, bro. Like for real. I'm trying to do it close to home if possible. And I want to most definitely point out what you said about what that first dispatcher did. Because y'all had a good understanding. That's a good understanding right there. Where he said, this is what I can do. He delivers. It works. Everybody get what they were looking for. But like I said, most dispatchers don't understand what you just said about them 1,000 miles and out and back, especially when you first get started. And if you got your own authority, that 1,000-mile radius is going to be imperative. Because it's still gonna be times when you get out there and it's gonna be a mad shuffle to get loads. You got brokers saying no, and you in unknown places. You gotta do checks, trying to beat people to the load by filling out the paperwork faster because you ain't in these people's system and stuff like that. And a lot of times you fall through the cracks, but you're 1,900 miles home when you fall through the cracks. Shit, it's a big difference. That ain't striking distance. I'm talking you get all the money back just coming home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm never more than a day and a half away from the house, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me
As
too.
you should be with your credentials and your experience. As you should be.
Yeah.
Now start now, y'all don't take it with no type of validity right there. If you just start now, you're gonna have to go where you're gonna have to go sometime. You gotta do what you gotta do because don't nobody know you. You're gonna have to build your name up, get some respect on your name. But at the same time, when you get that time in and that experience like Posh King, you be like, man, I ain't never going to the bump that day and a half. You had to show your son that.
Yeah. He like going out there to the West Coast.
Hey man, he live.
He on a different thing. I'm like, dude, I said you're on the West Coast, but you're gonna have to make 10,000 plus going over there.
He would never get to put their eyes on ever in life. Huh?
Yeah. Say again? You breaking
I
up.
say he getting chance to experience some stuff that a lot of people never see or experience ever in life. And that's what you're supposed to do as a young man. You're supposed to explore.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean,
Live your
man,
life.
we're the modern day cowboys out here, man. I don't see
Damn
everything.
right. Ooh, boy, we put up these bills.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Modern day cowboys. You know. But that's the beauty about trucking, man. You get an opportunity to see everything, especially if you take the time to enjoy the trip. You know, like I got a driver
every day.
who I got a driver right now
Carlos,
who's gonna
mute
be in
your
the
mic.
Buffalo
Press that
area.
mic button, man.
Yeah, it's not me.
I think it's Carlos.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute my mic right now. So
Nah, it ain't you. It ain't you. It ain't you. It's Carlos.
Yeah, I'm back up. So
Yeah,
I
cause
got
my
a
mic was
driver
muted for
in
the
New
last
York.
20 minutes almost.
I
I'm
know.
gonna try to convince him to go see Niagara Falls while he up there. Since if he's gonna be close to it, enjoy the trip whenever you get a chance, man. Enjoy some of this good food out here in some of these different states.
Yep,
You
that's
know,
what I
you can't
do.
always be able to work. You know, you gotta enjoy it.
There you go, Carlos. You touched it again.
Gotta remute yourself. All right. So, I appreciate that. Chris Duval. Hey, man, I'm tell y'all like this. One of the biggest things about making. Hey, Carlo, please mute your mic.
I just turned it
There you
down
go.
because
That's
I don't
good.
know what else to do on it.
I got you. Don't worry about it. I forgot I could do that.
We're good.
All right. Okay. I lost my train of thought. That shit was real grimy. Somebody pick up, say something. I lost my train of thought. I'm getting old, man.
Well, here's my thing. I got a CDL road test at 5 a.m. or excuse me, 9 a.m. I got to leave. I got to leave at 5, so I'm going to go to bed. But I'm going to leave you with this since it's a no-go zone in strategy. I'm going to leave you with my no-go zones before I go. My no-go zones are nothing from New York State up. So New York, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, all those. I will do Connecticut a little bit. I don't go past South Carolina, and then draw a line from the Mississippi River all the way up. And those are my no-go zones.
And where you from, Mile?
I'm from Rochester. I'm from Rochester, New York. I live on the New York, PA border. So I'm right in, prime territory. Ohio is 4 hours to my west. PA is full of freight most of the time. A lot of guys don't like to run PA because of the toll roads, but it is what it is. I run them. like I said, it's about averages. I'm not always running toll roads, so it averages out to be like, dude, for my whole year, so far this year, I'm at 1,900 in tolls for the whole year. I mean,
That's
yeah, it's a
good.
lot, but it's really
No,
not.
that's good.
Yeah, look
It's really
what you
not.
made.
What's that?
Look what you made though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and you know how to manage that right there. That's a good write-off. But I say this, your area is the exception. And that's not saying that to All Mile Matter. That's not saying that to Partial King. That's not saying that to Carlos. One thing I'm saying, the reason why I say his area is an exception, my area is an exception. If you lived in Laredo, that's an exception. If you lived in El Paso, that's an exception because you know the terrain better than somebody just coming over there. More than likely, all your carrier package that you did from the beginning was coming out of that area. You got a better feel for it and you call it home. So what's good for one person because he know that area, he might like Jacksonville. Some folks despise it because they ain't got the credentials to pull. They need to pull up out of there off the ports and stuff like that. And it's just a whole lot of in between that get done. Like I said, that'll cost you money. But a lot of people just don't feel like certain areas are good and bad. But you got to think about somebody staying in all these places, y'all.
Yep, yep.
And they making money.
Mm-hmm.
They making money. It just ain't for the beginner. It ain't for the faint of heart. It ain't for nobody that ain't got complete confidence in their MC number and their capabilities. And that's a big thing. You gotta have confidence on your MC number and the capability to execute.
That MC number is everything.
That everything.
That MC number is everything, man. That's why I don't want anything. That's why I don't want anything to do with non-CDL anymore at all. I'd really like to just get rid of that whole dang department, to be honest with you, because there's just too much risk and liability involved. You know, it's a big deal, man. So
it's a great stepping stone. Like I said, that's what it
is
to be used
as. But you got to know that going in, it's a stepping stone to get to the next level. At some point, even if you don't know it, at some point, you do this long enough, you be like, let me broaden my horizon. This CDL I could carry some more weight. I could probably charge a little bit more. I could step it up to a semi eventually. You know, I mean, this not a short game, man. This a long game.
Yep.
You know, it's a marathon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to run this race like I'm going to be in this for the next 20 years. And after I'm done with it, my son going to pick it up. And after he done with it, maybe his son going to pick it up, you know, his daughter or whatever. It's a long game. This ain't no short game.
Yeah, how they go.
So at some point, you got to be like, well, non-CDL is cool. It's a stepping stone to get me to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And like All Miles Matter said, at some point, you may not want to drive truck no more. You might want to get behind the scenes and do compliance.
Yep.
You know, so learn everything.
Yeah, that's my end game right there is the safety and compliance department. I'll be honest with you because I
learn too much.
I am phenomenal when it comes to that stuff, you know, and my record speaks for itself too. So, so like here, I'll give you an example why the department is absolutely necessary, right? I even sent Hotshot Haven this picture the other day. So a shipper comes out, he loads an 8,500 pound reel of dense rubber. He puts it directly over the axles of the trailer. And it just, I know those rolls of rubber are super heavy, you know, so they have to send a picture, obviously, and we clear them to move. So I'm looking at it and I'm going, damn, man, I know that thing's heavy. And the first question I asked him was, how do you feel about it? And do you have a dually? And the reason I asked him, because he's not CDL, if he has a dually, his truck's rated or his trailer's rated for 12,000 pounds. If he has 2,500, it's rated for 16,000 pounds. So he was able to move forward. Now, if that was a dually truck, I would have had to tell him take it off the trailer.
Oh no,
because a lot of these guys don't understand, and I don't know why I beat my head every day about this. I don't understand why people think they can derate a trailer and there's no consequences. What, you think you could just derate a trailer and you just stay under 26,000? No, that's not the case. You derate a trailer at 12,000 pounds, When you go over that scale, it cannot say over 12,000 pounds.
Right.
Okay, so not only do you have to stay under 26,000 pounds, but you have to do that without going over 12K on your trailer axles. So
And now
again, it goes back to me saying I'd like to just kibosh all non-CDL because these guys don't know enough, dude. They put this big ass piece of rubber on their trailer and go down the road and kill someone. Like, they don't know. Well, a lot of guys don't know enough to say, hey, this ain't right. This guy did, though. He did. But most guys don't. They don't know enough to say, wait a minute, that ain't right. That's too heavy. That shouldn't be there. You know,
call somebody. Wait a minute. This shit don't even look right.
And so that's why that department is absolutely necessary. And I have my eye on it because of the clean authority, man. You know, like, it's clean and I can keep it that way. And I know I can keep it that way. And there's nobody better for that position in my eyes, you know. So
yeah, my eyes either, bro.
A quick question, Haven, to Miles Matter. Are you still into the non-CDL? I know you're almost out of it. No, probably by tomorrow. You know.
Yep.
Pray that you get it tomorrow. What's the future of non-CDL with all these rules and laws that's coming up?
I've been saying this for a long time. The non-CDL's days are numbered. When is it going to happen? Who knows? But I think they're going to do it in steps. The first step is coming this February, and that's, you know, the CDL mandate that's going into effect. And so they're going to start there, and then they'll probably go another year, and they'll start. They won't ban it probably like in full. You'll still be able to do straight trucks and stuff like that. But for combination vehicles, OTR, interstate, I believe the days are numbered. I can't tell you, like, you know, how long it's going to be, but
I'll give it a couple of years, maybe 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I firmly believe one day it'll be gone.
I'm gonna get, for real though. I'm gonna get 8 to 10 years. And the reason I said 8 to 10 years, because a lot of stuff that will make that happen has to be put into effect, and it's gradual and it's steps. You know, they just can't really make hard changes without giving you a lot of leeway to make the corrections.
It destroys a lot of companies. A lot of companies will get destroyed that way.
The first thing they're doing is punishing you. That's the beginning of non-CDL going away. Now they punishing. They punish people in non-CDL. How they punish them, Jonathan? They punish you by making you pay.
How much?
They punishing you.
You broke up. How much you said, Haven? You broke
Twice
up.
to 3 times as much as it costs to secure a semi. And see, you and me kind of the exception of the rule, Pasha King, because what we had, what I had, but what you currently have is what's called a hybrid insurance policy. And it's high. It ain't really no way around it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a combined risk. If you went cookie cutter and just went all semi, you'll probably save about $40,000 in the course of a year over everybody truck combined. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, so that's the first thing they doing. They punish you. They tearing your pocket off for you to actually be eligible to make less money. Listen to me now. You gotta say this shit by weight. This shit about moving quantity. If it's to be delivered in a certain time, it's expedited or something. That's a totally different case. But most of this stuff is about capacity. So if you're looking at the space in between non-CDL loads at 200 miles, sometime in between, and the space between semi-load being 20 miles, sometime in between, it's a proposition where you're going to waste more time and make less money with higher bills. They punishing you. So that, like I said, the license restriction, that ain't nothing, because that's what California been did. They been had CDL with the class 8A restriction on it, the exemption 8A on it, and it was basically a non-CDL class A that got you to the point where you run 26,000. That's basically what they doing. They making everybody really try and conform to what California do, because California sets the precedence because they wrote the FMCSA handbook. They wrote the California Highway Patrol, wrote the book on DMV safety. So whatever California do, you can look at everybody else do that in 10 to 15 years. But they ahead of the curve. They make the rule. They guide the country. When it comes to transportation, California Highway Patrol.
Yeah.
If you read your FMCSA handbook, that green book they give you, say it was wrote by the California Highway Patrol. Trust me, it's in the first couple pages.
Yeah.
So, like I said, they trying to get that in effect like that. They're real hard on the non-CDL driver in California, man. The folks so strict.
Yeah, you can't have a trailer rated for 10,000 pounds or more. So if you live in California, you need to go to a different state if you want to get into non-CDL work. Yep.
Smartest man in the room right there.
I did it. I made plenty of money. I don't like to talk about that and stuff, but I did great. But, you know, it's the weight limitations, man. It's if you can, you know, even that few thousand pounds, just a few thousand pounds is sometimes all it takes to get you out of an area. And so I'm tired of being in that few thousand-pound limit, you know?
All right. And then that's where the trouble comes in, because, you know, you're trying to get out of area. You can carry, let's say, 9,000 pounds, but there's a load paying really good at 10,500, 11,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you can sneak, but you know you're gonna be wrong. You know you're gonna be wrong.
You know what I mean?
Can't never block that out.
I mean, we're talking about feeding your family, so you know, chances are somebody's gonna take that load, knowing that it's wrong to take that load.
Yep, and then you got.
I love the conversation, y'all, man. I tell y'all, it's an experience up in here. And Kylo, I appreciate you for coming on here too, man, and lending the perspective of a person. Yeah, man, most definitely they're really honest and sincere about what they're trying to do, because deal with this stuff about. This ain't about getting your feet wet. There ain't no such thing as getting your feet wet. When you say paper on that truck that costs what a house costs, your feet is thoroughly in this motherfucker. Ain't no toe or none of that. You're waist deep already. So one thing about it is about the commitment that you're willing to set forth, the sacrifice that you're willing to make, and the personal thing that you're willing to actually do to get you where you're trying to be. And get what? Kylo, you a shining example. I take my hat off and salute, because it ain't never too late to make a change, bro. It ain't never too late to make a change. The Lord bless you to get up tomorrow. You supposed to try and do better than you did yesterday. And that's everybody. Because Lord give you a whole lot of chance and opportunity, especially if you're dealing with this business. You're going to see a lot of stuff don't nobody never get to see. Good and bad. I've seen so many people down the highway, y'all, and I don't talk about it. But at the same time, I made a lot of money out here. I was away from my family a whole lot. I ain't run all these miles just bullshit sitting around Mississippi. I do that now because I done paid the way to be able to do that type of stuff. Yes, I can put other folk in the position to be able to get in line and do what I do. But that took a lot of sacrifice. A whole lot of giving of yourself, a whole lot of up in the middle of the night when don't nobody know what's going on but you and the Lord. Trying to figure out how this shit gonna work, what the next move, it did the right move, is the next truck the right truck, the worst truck, is it gonna be all right? All this stuff that go into this stuff don't nobody want to talk about, but what it take to make it work.
Grind, baby.
It's such a grind, man. You know, guys want to come out here. They're done with their 9 to 5. It's too much. They're not making enough money, and they have no idea they're trading their 9 to 5 for an 11-hour, 12-hour, 13, 14-hour day. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, you used to working 8 hours and going home. My God, you got your CDL?
You get it?
That's my permit. I'm on my way.
Okay, congratulations on that. You next, baby.
Me and the wife.
Yeah.
Me and the wife.
You and your wife. Hey, I done adopted them. They my uncle and my auntie now, y'all. Auntie be out there hustling. She be out there with crochet braids on everything, strapping it down, chaining it up. I said, man, she camera lady and everything.
Hey guys, it's 9:30 here. It's
man.
Oh, you gotta wake up in the morning, go get that.
Man,
yeah, I gotta go.
Man. We'll be here forever. It's an hour and a half.
Go get that. You already got that in the bag.
Yeah. It's the appointment's at 9 for the road test, but I got to leave at 5:30 because it's 2 hours away. So I'm gonna cash it in for the night, and I'll update you guys tomorrow.
Right.
That's what we waiting on. We waiting on that.
We know you're gonna get it.
Baby. You
know why I'm really getting it?
Yeah, you already got it.
Yeah, I already got it. But the real reason for it is when these trucks go down, I have to go rescue loads because it's about to get real. Without that CDL, I can't even go get a dang load, man. And with that, I'm out.
Yep.
That's right.
All right, man.
That's true.
Hey, man. Be safe, bro. Good luck.
Blessings.
Have a good night.
All
right.
Now, with us three up in here still, we've been on here about an hour and a half. I think we done had an extremely productive conversation. Pasha King, I want you to just tell them about your YouTube activities, some of your merch, and tell them a little bit about yourself. Where they'll find y'all in if they ain't familiar. I don't know what rock they've been living up under, but if they don't know who you is, man, just tell them about you and your son, man. Cause I'm real proud of y'all, man.
Well, everything Hotshot Benny. You know, I'm Hotshot Benny is the YouTube guy, the Instagram guy, the TikTok guy.
He go home.
If you want to follow and support us, look at for anything Hotshot Benny. Merchandise. You find anything under his bio for Hotshot Benny. Hotshot Benny YouTube, Hotshot Benny Instagram, Hotshot Benny TikTok. And we're sharing knowledge, we're giving away information.
Crazy.
Yeah. You know, we got a purpose behind it. Man. Okay. We're giving away free game. You know, sometimes we just ask for a little support, especially on the merchandise. We just had some Partial King merchandise drop yesterday, I believe.
I
you know,
seen
feel
that
free to
shit
go by
and
go to cap yourself a hoodie or something of that nature.
I would get one. I see you over there like, okay.
Yes, sir. We're putting them puzzles together. Partial King. But anyway, I appreciate all the support, man, and I appreciate Hotshot Haven bringing me on this live here to give some feedback too and some knowledge. I mean, we could always learn something, whether it's from me or me learning from somebody else. Learn something.
Without a doubt.
Let's get to the bag.
That's what it's all about, man. Carlos, again, I appreciate you for taking time out of your schedule, man. You got your family at home there. It is all love, man. Y'all salute Carlos, man. Cause one thing about it, this ain't no easy job. This ain't for no Rudy Poo. It's some grabbing, some pulling, some snatching, some climbing, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? We ain't pulling up swinging no dough. We pick it up low. You feel me? So, like I said, man, I salute Carlo, anyway. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the Partial King, man. Y'all have a blessed night, man. Y'all get y'all some rest, do y'all 10. I'm gonna get up and spend some more money tomorrow. Cause we try not to owe the IRS nothing. Nothing. I'm gonna spin out. I'm gonna put them 8-inch stacks up under that bill coming up out the ground, baby.
I'm waiting for you, baby. I'm waiting for you.
Take me bargaining at you, boy. Hey.
I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you.
See, that's what you gotta do, man. Make this your own and live your life to the fullest. Me and my wife, we're gonna be celebrating more and more years, and I'm trying to do it in financial freedom. That's what we teach you, how to bring the money home, do something productive with it, up that credit, and live.
Yeah, for sure.
Love y'all, man. Y'all stay.
All right, man. Y'all appreciate y'all time.
Peace out, man. Peace out, everybody, man. Love for the Hotshot Haven. We out of here.